Oh,
Today.
we are.
Good morning.
Yeah, because we are live. My phone's ringing. We're live. Look, we got somebody else joining us over here. I think her name is Lisa Peterson.
Hey.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
We can hear you great.
Okay, great. Look at all my knotted mess up here.
We'll tolerate all that bad coverage for now. I hear coverage in Georgia is amazing.
I do too, crystal clear. We're not going to have any problem at all, I hope. That's awesome. How was the birthday?
It was, it was great. It was relaxing, being gone for 10 days. I mean, I didn't do a whole lot. And like, hey, you want to go out to eat? And I went, no, I've been eating out every day for 10 days,
Right. Yeah.
So we had, just kind of chilled and relaxed. And my mother came across the street. And of course, she's so funny. She had no idea that it was my birthday. And until we, and I told her, and she said, happy birthday. And then, they come in with the, birthday cake and a candle on it. And she goes, oh my God, whose birthday is it?
That you laugh about it in a way of how adorable it is, but really,
there's nothing you can do.
No, right. Not a thing.
Anyway, so she's so funny. She's so funny. But so she says, so now you live here across the street? And I said, yeah. She goes, I need to move in with you. I said, why? She said, there's a guy across the street. Something's wrong with him. I said, why? Because my brother, he live on the road, and he had to fire a guy, and and so that they report there beside his house is where they keep all his equipment and all his trucks, all that stuff. So those guys report there each day. And so he had to fire a guy, and the guy got mad about it. And he said, there's a crazy guy over there. I don't know what he's doing. He's yelling in the yard and screaming. And so I don't think I should go back over there. I think I'll just move in with you.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
That's funny. Hey, Kyle.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, Rebecca. Yeah, AJ.
We got them all there. Yes.
Everybody's here. And
on a Tuesday.
Yes, and I got to give a plug out for AJ because he got me on a three-way call yesterday. Here's the magic thing about three-way calls. You just never know how bringing that third person in is going to make that connection. So the guy that he met that he didn't know before through Facebook, get me on a call with him, and the guy's from Wisconsin.
No.
For you guys that are watching that don't know, that's where I'm from for most of my life. And so we had such a connection. This guy is so fired up, and he joined yesterday. He and his wife, and they are super fired up. So looks like a trip to Wisconsin pretty soon for me to go back and meet them all and get some energy going there.
No, isn't that amazing? So, and you're back and forth up there quite a bit anyway.
Well, I had been, and not since the COVID, but I will be again. But here's what's even funnier. I said to him, "So where are you from?" And he goes, "Northern Wisconsin, some small little town. I'm sure you've never heard of it. He said the name. He goes, it's near Rhinelander. Well, I used to live in Rhinelander, so this was just a riot.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. So three-way calls, you guys, use them because you just never know.
Yeah. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Laurie. And the thing about three-way calls is this, and that's such a great story because, we had talked about that and talked about three-way calls with AJ. And here's what makes a three-way call more powerful is this, and I hadn't planned on doing a training on three-way calls, but since you brought it up, I'm going to say that, and you ladies know, hey, if I'm talking to a lady or just anybody, I may plug in one of you two, Denise or Lisa or whoever I feel like will connect with them, because a lot of times, especially people that know me, one of the sayings is about the Bible, and I'm no scholar on the Bible. I don't claim to be, but they'll say, well, Jesus couldn't sell Christianity in Bethlehem, where he was born and raised and was a carpenter.
True.
And the reason was because people were like, Jesus, you mean the guy that built my sheep shed?
Yeah.
He did a great job of that, but miracles, I'm gonna tell you, that was my sheep shed, but it wasn't no miracle,
And I always tell people, especially when they're new, because sometimes you're thinking, well, I don't, sometimes people feel like it's somebody they know, so they don't really need to tap into the three-way call thing. However, if you have kids, you'll know what I'm talking about, because sometimes you're telling your kids something for years. And they come home one day and their friend's mother said something, and all of a sudden it's the best idea ever. And you're like, yeah, I've been telling you that. That's because you're not able to hear the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. They say it a little bit different, They say a little something different, or just the fact that, oh my gosh, you mean here's a lady from Wisconsin? So because this guy's from Arizona, and so I don't really know him, but she's from Wisconsin, and you just never know what's going to flip somebody's switch and make them say, yeah, I'm in, or hey, that sounds great, or whatever. And so three-way calls can be powerful.
Yeah. Plus, this guy has been in network marketing before and has had no success. It's been one dead end after another, and he hasn't gotten the help or the tools or the leadership guidance. And so you start to feel like it's never going to work. And I said, kudos to you for trying these businesses, because there's a lot of people that would never even give it a try. And it's a matter of finding the right ones. So I think I feel good about this and that he's a winner here. But anyway, I just wanted to put a big plug in for three-way calls, because that was a pretty great call.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And then I saw them added to the team page, and so great, good stuff on that.
We're gonna get together and make sure we get him onboarded the right way too. So I told AJ I'll walk him through that, and we'll get him up and going.
Yeah. Yeah, and onboarding, and here's the deal. I mean, we keep looking at the activity tracker, and it just gets better and better, or gooder and gooder, as some people call it. But yesterday we talked on here. If you were not on here, we talked about no's, go for no's, and so I added on here the number of no's you received each day and each week.
Oh,
I mean.
Yep.
If you look at it that way, again, I mean, how many no's? You could go for 20 no's a day, and now the change on that, and this right here, if somebody says to me, Alan, I need a tool, what is it? This would be the one. This would absolutely, if you do this, the activity tracker, then you can have success.
Mm-hmm.
Follow that activity tracker. You can't measure it, you can't manage it.
No, plus I did tell him, because he seems to be very knowledgeable about CBD, and I said, that's all great to have in your back pocket. Be really careful, because you just want to keep it. I'll send you a link, or keep it simple. So
send you a link. I'll send you a link.
Yep.
Because anybody can send a link. Anybody can send a link. And so what I want to talk about as we move into it, kudos to AJ, is this. And we've already got a new director this month, by the way. We've got a new director. We've got Kira Rivera is a new director. We've got a new national manager, Jenna Scassetti. We talked about Jenna last month. A new regional manager, Victor Cazzetto, and several new managers. So congratulations to those folks. I want to throw that out there. Today's only the 18th of the month. But as we talk about groups, groups, starting up a group and doing a group, and I'm going to start myself a new team group, and I'm going to do this. And so let me say this about doing anything. Groups especially, is if you're in the middle ranks of a company, let's just say you're a regional director or national director, or even an executive. All right. And you decide, well, I'm going to start a group. Well, number one, and this kind of came to mind yesterday. I was talking to Jamie, and I were talking about groups, and she just put in her comments, a lot of work, it will distract you from doing the daily activities. It's going to, if you say, I'm going to start a group, here's the number one problem is people think, okay, when I reach that level, I have to start a group. And I don't really want to start a group. So it kind of is a negative. Or I don't have the time to put into a group that these people put into this group. or I just don't. So it can be seen as a negative, like, oh, you mean when I reach this level, I've got to do that? No, as a matter of fact, see, that's what people don't understand is our team page is not my page. It's not Lisa's, it's not Denise's, it's not Jamie's, it's not Amanda's, it's ours. And so everything on there is our page. Okay, so people need to understand that. So when you branch out and open up your own group page or your own product page, people go, oh, so that's what it takes to be successful. Whatever it is, whether it's a team call, I'm going to do a team call for my team. I got 40 members. Well, that's way. I mean, number one, we do plug them into what's already available. Because then people think, oh, I got to do a team call too. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. And as Jamie and I were discussing yesterday, it is a lot of work. And if you look at this, nowhere on here does it say how many team calls did you do? How many posts did you put in your group? Because that's not a results-oriented activity. You don't enroll people by having a team page or a group page. You just don't. I mean, that's not a productive activity. What's productive is invite, share, enroll, and train. Again, the simpler you can keep this business, the better. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. A fourth grader needs to be able to understand it. So don't make people think that you have to do something. It's kind of like telling your story. When you're making a lot of money, or you're driving a fancy car, or these people that take these pictures they go rent a jet and they take a picture about this rented jet and they go, look at my new jet. People go, well, I can't do that. It's got to be realistic. This brand new person tomorrow that signed on yesterday, tomorrow needs to think, well, if Lisa can do it, I can do it. If AJ can do it, I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it too. And if you create this, bigger than thou, or you do things that people can't do. Now, the next thing is so when do you create a group? I would say this, number one, is I would make sure that I consult upline. And because there's some questions that need to be answered about a group, whether it be a product group, or whether it be a team group, or whether it be a leaders group. There's lots of things that we can talk about, but make sure you consult upline before you do that. And then when to post. Our group page has really started doing a lot better. One of the things I want to encourage people to do on the team page, and we talked about this before, is it doesn't have to all be business. As a matter of fact, it needs to have a lot of cool personal stuff on there, pictures of Red Love. We could put some, because see, people don't know that Denise has her own special sauce. She's like Betty Crocker with dark hair, and so, and that's a cool story that people make. But it can be, hey, here's me and the grandkids at such and such, or me and the kids, or a lot of the stuff you put on your personal page. Feel free to share on the team page, because it's a get to know me group. You see, it's a get to know me group. And so when Mark from Wisconsin sees Lisa eating them cheese curds, is that what they are? Cheese curds? Big hunks of fried dough, fried cheese. Yeah. When somebody sees her eating it, they go, oh yeah, she must be from Wisconsin, because if you're not in Wisconsin, you're not eating, cheese curds. But
we eat them here in New York.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Well, if you're from the South, you might have to explain what a cheese curd is. There's cheese sticks down here. People have cheese sticks. But anyway, it's all about community. The majority of the people, we've got 1,050 members, I think it is. Okay. So if we go by the 80-15-5 rule, okay, 80% of people are here for the community, for the funship, for the fellowship, to get to know each other, to have fun. Okay. So that means out of that 1,050 people, 840 of them, They're not really looking at building a big business. And that's totally okay. Totally okay. So let's share some stuff on the team page that they would be interested in. Right? Makes sense? And then 15% of them are looking at, making an extra $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month. That's 158 of them, of the 1,050. And then there's the 5%ers. That's 525 that are like, get out of my way, Katie brought the door. I'm going to make multi-six figures if I, no matter what. And so we've got to communicate with all of them. And so think long and hard and consult upline before you go creating a group page or a team page or a product page, because because we'll let you know that number one, it's a distraction. Number two, it can be discouraging. And number three, it is a lot of work. And as Jamie said, don't reinvent the wheel. Chances are there's already a page out there like that somewhere we can plug into.
And I also, that is a good point, Jamie. Don't reinvent the wheel. So true. But also, in other companies that I've been in, I found it to be highly confusing because new people come in and then there's this team page and that team page and this person's group on down and this person's group. And there's so many things that people don't know which one to go to. And so then they go to none, which is, so keeping it simple is the easiest.
Good point. Here's something interesting yesterday, and to that, exactly what you said, Denise, and I know that I'm over time, but bear with me 1 second. So I had a lady yesterday who sent me this post, and get this. She says, check this out. Hey, Alan, hope you're having a wonderful birthday. Gonna ask a favor of you. I'm taking a course from some trainer I've never heard of before. I'm a little behind in my invites. His definition of an invite is having someone watch a video and replying yes, no, maybe, referring, or even go to hell works, LOL. Taking a shortcut, I realize you were otherwise engaged. This is just a favor, and you might actually know of someone who could get excited about this. So if I sent you a 5-minute video, would you do me a favor and watch it and then reply with one of the above answers? Ideally not go to hell, but even that would work. Okay. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool, so I said, sure, I'll watch it for you, no big deal. And so I did, and she sent me this YouTube video, and so it was interesting, as they all are, okay. But here's the deal, is when you watch a YouTube video, it'll say up next, up next, up next, and it's associated videos with whatever they're sending. Mm-hmm. Well, there were 4 right behind that, 4 compensation plan videos for this brand new company that there were 4 different people doing it. And they're like, well, this is for my team, but I'm gonna put it out there. And so I'm curious. Should I have wasted my time watching those? No, but I'm curious. So I watched the first one, then I watched the second one, and I go, are they even talking about the same compensation plan? Is this, and this is more like an affiliate company because they're selling clothing, and so you get a percentage of your clothes you sell, right? Well, then they, the gotchas they have in comp plans, like, oh, gotcha. Well, then the first one's like, and you get all this money, and we pay you within 48 hours, and you sell these outfits, and it's whatever, $75 for a pair of leggings, and I'm like, okay, cool. And so the second, and you get 25% up to like 37%, right? Okay. And so, hang on one second.
And so
we always see how in this.
Yeah. So guess what the gotcha was? They pay you the 25% of the commission on you sell. The more you sell each month, up to like, you got to sell 200 pieces to get the top. You have to sell 200 pieces to get the top commission. And so they pay the 25% within 48 hours. And the second video it goes, and the difference in the 25 and the 37 or whatever it was, they pay you the 15th of next month. If you hit that same number again, and blah, and I'm like, whoa, I'm lost, I'm confused. Anyway, the point that you were making is that you can have too much stuff out there going on.
Before we go, because we are at 20 minutes, I just want to say the note she sent you could have just said, "Hey, Alan, if I sent you a video, would you watch it?" But it was paragraphs of something. So
Happy birthday.
for you. And
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Do me a favor. Link the, yeah. Would you be open to taking a look?
Yeah.
Yes or no? That's easier, So, all right, gang. Well, hey, listen.
have a great day.
Yes, congratulations on your offer getting accepted on your new home, Lisa Peterson. Is going to be moving to Georgia.
Thank you.
Big move.
It's a big move. Lots of
Hey,
emotion going on, but
gonna be
I'm
good.
excited.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. We're going to be all in the same time zone. Yes. We could be together at my house doing lives live,
right.
sitting together.
That's right. Yeah.
And Alan, I saw that. It's only a 6-hour drive, baby.
That's not far at all. That's not
No.
far,
No.
Closer to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
All right, guys.
thanks, ladies. Have a great day.
Bye.
Everybody have a great day.
Manual Tuesday. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.